Yeah, the grandpas and grandpas getting down was fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
I still won the flip, by the way.
I know. I don't really care.
Is it because the sunlight hurts your eyes?
Yep. That's exactly the reason. Exactly the reason.
Dude, it's sick because they play fucking live dubstep.
What a weird choices. I love it. I love this game.
Is this an ARAM? This is an ARAM. This has got to be an ARAM. Look at it. Everybody has Fortify.
Yeah. Oh, that's an ARAM.
Or Barrier.
That's an ARAM. You know, I've heard that, you know, that's what a lot of LOL's coming to is you have players who play ranked and then players who play ARAM. And then there's a really small market of stuff in between.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a couple really good, like 3v3 teams. And they have balanced it quite a bit. They changed a lot. They revamped the map, and it's really good now. Yeah, that's an ARAM. Fuck that. Not casting ARAM. Fuck you guys.
You know, I gotta be surprised. I am. To me, I'm extremely surprised that.
All right, this
that
would be a good
3v3 is not more popular than it is.
It's just not. Before, it was all bruisers. Like, before they made this map change, it was all bruisers. You had 3 bruisers, it was really easy to just win unless you played 3 bruisers.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't good. It wasn't balanced. You couldn't... I mean, it went from 105 champion select pool to, like, 20.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, well,
it probably minimized it to about 15, and that's why it sucked. And that's why Dominion sucks, too. Dominion has some issues. I mean, yeah, it's really fun to play, but... It's just there's so many.
I got into Dominion. It always was just like seemed like you can get just screwed by the most dumbest of things. You know, like
I mean, it's just like Battlegrounds. It's just like BGs on WoW.
Yeah, but BGs on WoW were boring as shit. The only reason why you did them was to honor farm. You didn't really do them for any other reason.
I thought they were fun though. If you could get like 5 or 6 people on vent and shit, it was really fun.
But the fun of it was just randomly. You weren't when you had 5 or 6 of your friends on you on a BG, you weren't really necessarily focusing on winning at that point as you were just raping, especially depending on what, especially if you were in like Soda. If you were just in fucking Soda, you were just like, okay, everybody go right, everybody go purple, whatever, we'll just sit here on the beach and just farm kills. Oh, they took doors and shit, who cares?
They're not going this way. No, yeah, we did a lot of BG farming. It was always fun, but it was just... I don't think I ever got bored of BGs. I mean, I started in Wrath of the Lich King, like the very end, the tail end, so it was... I mean, I did raids and stuff back at the end of Wrath, and it was super easy. Best Tryndamere NA is going Mordekaiser, though. I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with Red Team.
Is that a slew of teams, by the way? Is that like one team? Like Best Riven NA, Best Tryndamere NA?
No, they're not a team. They're just people
they
may just be making... For the Best Riven NA is probably maybe the first one.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a couple, like Best... I think Dyrus, he was Best Top NA for a while. On the EU servers, he was Best Top NA, or it might have been his Smurf account.
I think Fatty mentioned something about Dyrus. Or something like
that. I don't think Dyrus is that good, though.
By the way?
I'm picking the Red Team.
Red Team?
Paul Belter's team.
The Hecarim Jakes. Paul Belter's team. Yeah, Tarek Graves is pretty nasty bottom.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know where Ezreal is going. That's why. I don't know if he's going AP Ezreal, as I'm guessing he's going AP Ezreal. Which is funny.
That seems like the only logical conclusion. Here's my thing with AP Ezreal, and I brought this up.
He'll get away from Veigar, though. That Veigar skin is so tight. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My only thing is that I'm curious about is that you have Ezreal, like I said. I feel like, and I questioned this to somebody the other day about an AP Ezreal mid, is the change of the mastery that just gave you a flat percentage to your ability power that says your next auto attack does
just 5%.
5%. Exactly. And so that's where I feel the concept of
The summoner's
AP
rift.
Ezreal mid kind of opened up because instead of having a flat percentage, you know what I mean? Like each of your base attacks is doing that. Your auto attacks, instead of trying to rely on like your Q and your W.
And your
to
attack
do.
speed increases by the amount of spells you hit.
Exactly. So instead of relying on your Q and your W to be your
Just
AP Ezreal part
Basically,
of you.
your W, your
Exactly.
your Q doesn't scale off AP. It's
Oh,
just,
no, yeah,
it's just
you're right,
your
you're
W.
right. It's just your
your
W
W and your
30
E and your
seconds
R.
until minions
So instead of
spawn.
trying to rely on that as your AP modifiers, now you have the whole other realm of, well, my auto attacks add,
Yeah.
you know, my auto attacks do it. So, I mean, if you build full AP, I mean, you're auto attacking a lot with Ezreal. I mean, even just simple laning, keeping Arcane Shift auto attacks open, you know, that
Yeah.
simple of a poke seems
AP Ezreal, I feel,
like
is
it'd
just
be pretty brutal.
any AP champion
Minions
that has
spawn.
attack speed is really good because you can attack towers with just much faster. You can take them down because the damage you deal with towers is equivalent to your AP, or
Yeah.
50% of your AP. I think
Yep.
is what it is, and that's a lot of damage. But since you don't auto attack very quickly, it doesn't do that much damage. But with AP Ezreal, all you have to do is land some spells. If you have your whole team there, you just throw your W and hit 4 other champions with your
Yeah.
W, and you have ridiculous attack speed.
What's interesting is I don't know if this is planned, but EZ stole both the little wolves from Hecarim and only gave him the big wolf. And then Hecarim went and then took the by
I
himself.
mean, he is level 2, which is fine.
Yeah, so
but
he must have.
did he smite? Yeah, he did smite. I don't know if that's the best choice. But I also feel that... oh my god.
Oh, they're trying to
This
level
could be
2
really
gank right
bad.
here. Graves with no. Oh,
He's
he
gonna
already
flash out?
uses-
Yeah, he's gonna have to flash. Wow, that was a lot of
Oh,
damage. He does have the health potion though. There's no ignite on him. He's good.
Peacemaker.
That Piltover.
That Piltover almost got that. That seems like it should be a pretty annoying lane for Jax on top. Mordekaiser Jax just seems really awkward. I mean, I feel like Mordekaiser in the long run is going to win this battle.
Yeah. I don't know. I always thought Mordekaiser was pretty strong. I mean, it's obviously debatable, and he hasn't really proved to be strong in tournament play, but I just feel that he's really, really good.
I still feel like Mordekaiser...
Oh my gosh, is he going to go down?
Oh, one last tick! Oh, he's not going to get the last tick off of that
Wow.
ignite!
I'm surprised he didn't turn around and
And
throw out.
Orpheum?
No, I'm surprised he didn't turn around and get shield from his
Yeah.
Q. Just bzzzt,
Something.
to zap his Q on there, because that would have been really good.
Terra trying really aggressive with his stun, knowing he's not really going to take a whole lot of extra damage from Janna, but the Piltover Tornado combo
Yeah, jeez.
does a lot more damage than I feel that they anticipated. Mordekaiser, I feel like, is one of those not hard to play but easy to master champions.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
he's not-
completely disagree.
I feel like he's
100%
I feel like he's one of the hardest champions in the game to play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I don't think he's easy to get into at all.
Oh, see, I don't think he's that hard to understand well, I guess it's the gamer in me. Like I said, I've been playing games forever, so I feel like I have a disadvantage against the younger community of players because naturally science dictates that they'll have faster reaction time
Yeah.
because there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like where I gain an advantage is the constant strategy aspect. You know, I've dealt with every strategy of CS from like Beta 4 on up. Playing
Beta
from
4.
playing StarCraft 1 with Zidger, you know, and like some of the best players in the world, you know, going from there. So I feel like when I play LOL, I feel like I'm in the same standpoint where, no, I don't feel like I am the best quote-unquote attacker, you know, mechanic player. I don't feel like I'm that way. As far as strategy, though, I feel like it's there, you know, because it's
Yeah.
a lot of it is just strategy.
And that's the same where I feel that I'm good. Like, I'm okay at mechanics. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I'm above average for sure. But I feel that my strategy is 100% there already. And I feel that I would be one of the better coaches for the League of Legends community. And I mean, I put out a video about that, about how I disagree with a lot of the coaches that are going on. I've actually talked with a few coaches And I really hope they decide to end up changing their method of coaching their teams, because I just don't feel it's effective. The coachers have been taking on more of a management role than an actual coach role.
Yeah.
And I feel that's completely wrong. It's completely different things.
It's only fine if you're going to have a manager and a coach.
Yeah.
That's great strategy if you're going to change your coach to your manager and then don't get a coach. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you can't really do that. Yeah.
Oh, the extra crit leads in. Should be able to secure this kill. I don't know if this great.
Not on Tarek. It doesn't matter. Tarek still had his shatter.
Oh, he still had his shatter.
He still had his shatter, so there's no way that he... I think Vigar's going to be really good in this patch, though. Just spamming his Q is really, really good.
You know, it's funny because my roommate really, really liked Vigar, you know, and really was a big fan of him and enjoyed playing him a lot. But, you know, he gets either countered or picks. Oh! Go, blue team!
It's my team, yeah. I don't know.
6-minute first blood. Yeah, you had the Terror.
Yeah, Vigar wasn't that great. I mean, the only person that played him at a really good level was Nijaki. And, I mean, he's a professional player, and he's the only one that plays
and I've seen some people try to play some support Vigars, but...
his stun is just on too long of a cooldown. Yeah, you might as well just play Terra, because he gives some AoE armor.
The problem is that, like, his little AoE stun is just too easy to avoid. Like, if you... Not necessarily avoid, but, like, if you're smart... You just dance around the circle for a minute.
Well, if you're a good Vigar, you'll hit the stun right on top of them. So
yes, exactly.
And that's
there's
why
a lot of Vigars that try to do it right in the middle and hope their opponent walks into it, and they flash out of it, and you've wasted all that time. Wow, there's a whole lot of damage going out on him.
Yeah, he tried to go in and interrupt the recall, but it didn't quite go.
I think Easy just missed his ult with him. Yeah, he just missed it. He's got those health pots rolling.
Yeah, but that's the difference between like good Vigars and bad Vigars. I was able to play him, but I wasn't phenomenal. Wow, Kalen taking
There's a lot of damage going on Kalen. Janet's
wow, Janet's
from the backside.
That's an interesting. Yeah,
I was just gonna say.
I don't know if that's good.
For the amount of health that Graves and Tarek had,
they used all of their abilities though, so Janet Newt was relatively safe.
That's true.
And it did kind of take her off.
You know, and that's
took
another
off the
thing
pressure
too, is that that's huge between the 2K player and the 1200 player and so on and so forth. It's not necessarily your mechanics, but just honestly really understanding.
And that's where I disagree. Because I think anywhere between anything below 1800 ELO is strictly mechanical.
Really? See, I disagree. I feel like
and
a lot
anything
of players...
above that is, especially 1800. Like I would probably say 2K.
Here's my thing though.
Anything above 2K.
Here's the thing though, is that over the last times you're probably used to playing with higher, the higher ELO player, but I'm used to only playing with ELO players. So I would legitimately say people play. I would say 50% of the time people die because they don't know cooldowns. They don't know how quick they can die to someone else. They don't realize that Ezreal's gonna hit you with his arcane shift and his Q, and reset the cooldown of his W. They don't realize that even though he arcane shifted and normally it's 15 seconds, well, he's going to hit you with his Q and his E and it's going to be like 13 seconds, 14 seconds, 13, 12. You know what I mean?
It's just, I feel that anything below 1400 is strictly knowledge-based. Like, if you know the other champions and you know what they can do, you know their cooldowns, that's below 1400. Anything above 1400 and about 2K is mechanic.
So I will give you that. See, now that I would make that trade because I would say that because I would say 9 times out of 10, like right now I play in the 1200 ranked queue, whatever. I would say like right now, like what I don't know, like right there, I felt like if Caitlyn pushed back to the tower with her net, she probably could have had a trade with
her cooldown was up, or she didn't have it up.
No. But either way, but yes, I agree. Like when I play really a top 1200. I don't, ELO, because I don't give up. People say, well, oh, maybe they'll pick Jax as your counter. I'm not worried about a 1200 Jax counter. You know what I mean? I'm worried about the player itself at 1200, not necessarily the actual unit is. You know what I mean? Because if at 1200 I'm playing Aurelia, but I'm playing a 1600 Aurelia against a 1200 Jax, I feel like I'm gonna win every time. You know what I mean? Because I know what Jax does. I can time all my attacks based upon what he does. I can time all my stuff, whereas he's gonna constantly play overconfident, thinking that he has a strong counter.
He just goes strictly off the stats. Oh, I counter her, and then just goes and does stupid shit. Yeah,
exactly.
And that happens a lot more often than not. That's for sure. But it's
like last week when we were discussing.
See that Vigar?
Ah, what a cool fucking.
Yeah, I love that skin. I love that
skin. Right? So it's 1 for 1. I like that stun circle.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
I like his recall. His recall's the best. Have you seen it? A chimney pops up and he just dances around the chimney a little bit.
Really?
And then once it gets to the end, he goes in the chimney and then pops up and spawned from a chimney. Cool. It's so tight. Yeah, like no fucking way. It makes me want to play Vigar because I played Vigar for a while because I was like, okay, he has a lot of potential, but I just wasn't quite there. It's so hard to smart cast his stun cage. Because when you smart cast it, smart casts it right in the center, and so the stun cage is all around it.
Here's my question of the day. Are there any high-level VLO players that play without smart cast?
Yes.
I can't do it.
Not often, but I mean, there's a couple. Like
it's almost like playing purple ADC. I have issues with. It's like Counter-Strike. I'm one of the very, very few people in first-person shooters that plays reverse mouse.
Oh, inverted?
Yeah.
There's
I can't play without it. I can't play without it. But it's the same thing as smart casting. Is that Dustin's like, well, you know, it lets you just go 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. Well, I'm like, in my head, I can already do that. You know what I mean? I don't.
Well, you can't do it all in a row. There's more of a
delay.
I have
like
to
if you
go
try click, 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 click.
Yeah, if you do that,
3 clicks. You're right.
If you do that, I mean, it's a lot less, or it's a lot more time.
But for me, it's not as much team fighting and stuff where I miss out on stuff because I feel like there's a lot of spells and abilities you don't have to do 1, 2, 3 because a lot of them are queued up and then another queued up and then you're only really pressing one, you know, like Aurelia for instance, like you're queuing up her W, you know, flash in. Oh, Pony! Pony comes to try to save the day. He says, "No."
Onslaught of shadows.
For you.
I know.
Merry Christmas. So that's my curiosity, is that I have not been able to convert to the smart cast play. It's really, really hard for me to do. I don't know if it's because the champions I play make it hard for me to do.
It depends who you're playing, though, but it also...
Like, I play a Mumu, Aurelia, Diana. Those are my 3 consistent names.
A Mumu, you could easily do smart cast.
A Mumu on easily. Yeah. Aurelia, I find myself having a really hard time.
I don't play. I've actually never played Aurelia. Red Team is
Ah! Ah, Graves. Let's feed Graves. Feed the best player on the screen. Good job.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
There's not much better than watching an ADC get fed. Not much.
4-0-0, yeah, that's
not much.
That is not good.
Nigga said, fuck Bloodthirster, I'm gonna go straight to it.
It's not even that he just has 4 kills.
Is he going straight to IE? With that pickaxe, you think?
Yeah.
Is he going straight to IE?
It's the only thing he could be going for. Yep, and he also got the... Yeah, you got the BF sword for it, too.
Oh, yeah, he's going straight to IE. Unless he double backs and goes Bloodthirster, then IE. Because he already has the Vamp Scepter.
I don't...
But I would assume...
He might to counteract Caitlyn's, but I don't know.
I would assume he'll go straight to IE.
Caitlyn does have... She does have that Bloodthirster already. It's really, really
the only problem is that she's behind, what, 30 CS and 3 kills?
No, my friend used to play Mordekaiser all the time. I don't know, he doesn't really play that much anymore, but he was seriously like the hotshot GG of Mordekaiser. He would just stay top line the whole time, to play constantly, and he would play slow to Kaiser. So basically, he would get a frozen mallet,
Really?
and he would get a frozen mallet and a Rylai's crystal scepter.
Both?
Yeah, he would get both. So it literally
just constantly.
he was just
slowed.
there's
You're
nothing
s-
you could do. You're
you're
slowed,
infinitely
auto
slowed.
attack, slowed, auto, slowed. You're just constantly slowed.
Yes, sometimes.
And he literally did a 5v1 and won.
Morrissey's trying to come in. Morrissey's trying to come in, open up on. Mordecai's our lead here. That's what I was gonna say. I think Mordecai's will turn around and try and open up on somebody and see if he can get some kills. He just doesn't have enough. They both don't just have enough, I guess.
Wow,
I really don't know about Hecarim falling back too much farther here. I feel like
Mordekaiser
both of
didn't
them-
even ult, and he was able to survive that game.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't understand why they both aren't relevant at the same time.
And it's really bad for him. Yeah, that
I guess
ignite and the
Jack's
ultimate,
doomed.
that might go down.
Oh,
Yes,
and he's
does.
gonna get himself
gets
a
the
little
ghost.
pony. Should be able to pick himself up a double kill here. Meanwhile, Graves and Caitlyn and Janna putting up a lot of damage. Caitlyn standing on the tower, still getting wrecked.
Gems are truly outrageous.
Is that two?
Yep, Jack's
They are
ends up
true.
going down to- Yeah, 2 for 3.
Truly outrageous.
Uh-oh. Vigar getting a beautiful stun off on Tarek.
Not happening.
Tarek with a nice juke on his Q.
Gets
What is that, his Q or his E?
for what?
I've never played Vigar.
His wait, for
His
what?
main attack. It's like his
His
little
main. That's not his main attack. His main attack is
Is that his
Q.
E? No,
Uh,
his E is his stun, I would assume.
No, his W is his stun. His E
W
is his
stun.
meteor.
I found out, this is how I learned how to play LOL really easily.
Oh no, Event Horizon is stun. Yeah, so you're
That's
right.
why I was right.
The W is his Dark
I
Magic.
learned how to play LOL really easily, and understand the concept of the game is that you have 104 champions, but you only have 5 different types of champions. So you have every champion, even though their abilities do different things, they do different amounts of damage, whatever. At a core, they're the same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as far as learning your spells more, you know, like each champion, if their Q does this, typically if your champion has a shield or a stun, it's, you know what I mean? So like your first two abilities, your Q and your W are typically attacks. Your E is typically your stun, and then your ultimate is your ultimate.
Yeah.
You know, your stun or your shield or...
There are some variations. There's some weird champions where
There
it just
is.
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Like Vigar doesn't feel right to me. So I think his stun cage should be his W and not his E.
Ultimate. You feel like Q should be your opener.
No, Q should be the normal damaging spell. Q is fine. I think his W and E should be inverted though.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel right.
W and E, okay.
Yeah, his
That I
W
get
and
you.
E should definitely be inverted.
Jana.
Wow,
Graves,
a lot
I
of
don't know
damage.
about Jana
He
wasting
doesn't.
that tornado.
He does not even.
No, Graves is done. Graves is good.
Graves is like,
Go.
"Bay life."
Tarek's gonna stun him pretty much. Tarek's gonna take the extra tower hits. Probably gonna be able to get the
Nice
kill off on
tornado,
Lee Sin.
but Lee Sin is coming back. But the Radiant's
Too
doing
much
a lot of
damage.
damage.
He's gonna get a smoke screen out in time. Oh, I don't think so. Think they're gonna be able to get away in time.
Yeah.
Jana passive.
That
pays
dragon kick was
off.
so good.
Hooray for Jana passive sometimes, right?
That
Sometimes you're just like, what the fuck? I love you, Jana.
Yeah.
I love you. You just make me run faster for no reason. I love you.
That's like when I play Zillion. You're like, oh my god.
Especially when you double spam it on them. You're like, run faster, reset, run faster. I will say it's interesting looking at the team, the blue team, and seeing that they main caster, 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 jungle, jungle. What? Holy shit. If you get out in time, I'd almost rewind that for the amount of damage that Ezreal just got shit on. And I know only a few of you are watching, but I'd like you to point out over here on Mordekaiser and on the blue team over here is notice that there are 3 out of 5 players on the team grabbing fucking wards. It's not just the support's responsibility to buy wards. Yes, they buy the majority of the wards. However,
That is a dead
I would say that is a giant issue in low-level ELO play. That is
It's
one.
not that much anymore now that
Not
the
as much.
Sightstone is there.
You're right. Not as the Sightstone's there. That
No! Chris. Fuck.
I wanted to. Can we rewind or you're in live play? So I guess no.
Well,
I don't know if you want to rewind. Because this easy kill middle, the amount of damage that Vigor did to easy in middle was. It was.
Jesus.
Yeah, you were not in the bathroom for. I don't think that long. Right here. Yeah, that kill right there. A few seconds before that. Easy's coming up to mid. Look at that. He's like, oh, let me ult, try and do some shit, move some shit back. Vigor literally just trashes him.
Bam.
1, 2.
Yeah, that ult
Done!
does so much
He
damage.
just said, thanks for coming back to lane.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Blue team's turret has been
Like, you went to go take a piss, and the amount of damage
They took
that happened
Dragon
right
too.
there.
It took Dragon too.
Ah, beautiful. All I know is that I haven't seen a
Red
red
team's
box
turret
come
has
up
been
over here,
destroyed.
so I'm okay. I'll just drink because I'm thirsty.
You, sir.
Thirsty.
You are a gigantic faggot.
I miss those things. I miss my. I will say that that's the time where I miss Vigor, Vagar, Vagar, however the fuck you want to call him. Just watching
The
my
guy actually
roommate,
works-
watching my roommate go, bah, 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 and just hearing him spamming all his buttons, and then watching the person just go, just one hit, one stun, one thing, just.
Yeah, it's just one stun and then dark matter, and then you just see the particles above their head. They're like,
And it's almost like, I swear sometimes before the dark matters come above their heads, sometimes they're almost dead. Like, they're almost dead just from
it's
the,
because of his
the
ultimate.
DFG.
His
and the
ultimate,
yeah.
ultimate scales off the other person's AP.
Yeah. Not to mention that this bastard has a DFG. So it's like,
Well, Vidar has to have AP. I mean, it's just like LeBlanc. When I don't, you clearly have not
one,
seen my
two,
LeBlanc.
and that's what happens when you have an 8-2 and 1 double.
Bam! That was a really nice ultimate. Wow, a great flash coming up from Lee Sin.
Oh.
Plus the ward and the safeguard. Holy shit.
Impressive. That's
Holy.
easy power down. Tredemir's probably not gonna have
He's
enough.
exhausted. I don't know if that exhaust was worth it.
No, I feel like that was definitely a wasted exhaust.
It was close, but I don't know if Graves didn't have his ultimate, so it was definitely not
I
worth it.
guess if you have 3 teammates on Baron, so it takes pressure on Tryndamere and makes him not look, but I mean, you're already up 3-2.
On Tryndamere,
Meanwhile, Caitlyn is pushing the shit out of bottom for blue team.
yeah, they're gonna
Almost
recall
trying to
right now.
equalize- Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
She,
so
she's
that's
gonna be able to
Baron.
get bottom tower in time. They're just recalling. Let me see if she's gonna be able to get bottom tower in time.
She will with that
This
headshot proc.
almost might make it an equivalent
Red
trade.
team's turret
If she would have hit, if she can get the actual inhibitor, then yes, but
No.
she's not going to be able to.
Oh, and between the Taric and the stun, probably gonna get slow. She should be able to get
Wow, that's a lot of damage coming up from Ezreal, but Ezreal's not going to be able to
Safeguard
get
with
away.
the Ignite and Lee Tryndamere actually getting the kill. Interesting.
No,
You ever feel like
it's
sometimes
Mordekaiser.
or Mordekaiser getting the kill? You ever feel like sometimes when you're playing Caitlyn where you feel like you wish you were MF?
No.
No? I feel like sometimes when I'm playing Caitlyn and I net, like I wish I was MF sometimes. I wish I'm like, man, I've been out of combat for 5 seconds. Like, I wish I was booking it right now instead of just netting and running at normal, you know, whatever
Yeah.
my boots are. But I don't really like Caitlyn. I'd grown to actually hate Caitlyn as an AD carry.
She's good with Nunu, but that's about it. It's
That's
just
what I was
like
gonna say.
it's just like Vayne.
But
Vayne
even
is
then,
not
it's
very
like if
good
you're gonna
without
play Nunu, and I'm talking platinum level, just quality player, would you rather play a Caitlyn Nunu combo or would you rather play an Ashe Nunu combo?
I'd rather play Caitlyn. Nunu.
Really?
100%.
Just especially because of her crit bonus off of the extra attack.
Well, the crit bonus is only if you haven't attacked for 30 seconds. 100%.
No, I'm not talking about Ashe. I'm talking about Caitlyn.
Caitlyn doesn't have a crit bonus. She has her.
I thought when
She has her
cracks a
headshot.
6, I thought it crits more.
No, it's not. It's not a crit. It's just bonus damage.
Oh, bonus damage? I'm mistaken on that one.
It's her. Yeah, 6 basic attacks. Getting headshot 150%.
Oh, it is damage.
250%.
Alright, yeah, definitely.
I was like,
I'm
man.
confusing Ash with Caitlyn. And that's
Yeah,
all there
I
is
was
to
like,
it.
nah.
But my more
Ash is an awesome
curiosity is
support right now.
well, and that's the thing is that my more curiosity comes from the fact that Ash with that extra attack in early game with her slow, it really doesn't take that much mana to take off her slows. So like, because the mana doesn't, like, if you keep her slow up at low level, it's not going to take off as much mana as you take with Nuno auto, with Nuno attack. If you're a good toggler, that's the thing, is I don't know if people know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so here's the thing, is that, I don't know if it has, I'm assuming this has been discovered, it's many years of LOL. So, you can almost auto-toggle Ash to where every other attack doesn't consume mana.
Yeah,
So
but
it's like you basically can be like
at low level,
you're like slow regular attack, slow regular attack, slow regular attack.
It doesn't slow for that long. It slows for less than a second. Therefore, if you don't have like a 2.0 attack speed, it's not going to matter.
So the damage outweighs the slow amount of the damage of Caitlyn. Like Caitlyn versus Caitlyn outweighs.
Well, Caitlyn has a better poke because it goes through minions.
Yeah.
When Ash's doesn't.
Well, volley goes through minions, but
it stops.
It doesn't go through the second one in front of it?
Nope. No. But there's just so many arrows that
I don't play Ash.
Don't
I
see.
think Ash is one of
Ash is a great support champion. She used to be really good. In Season 1, she was really good.
Yeah, that's great. When the game first started, she was good. When there were 65 champions, she was good.
I think it was more like 50. Could be wrong, though.
Well, you just made it even more valid.
But yeah, it's relatively close. So. Yeah, no, she was great.
I will, you know, and I will verify that.
And I still think she's.
I don't know what season I started playing LOL. I really don't. I don't know when I started playing LOL. I just saw the game. I saw it was intriguing. I saw a bunch of buddies playing, and I got into the game. Blah blah blah. Just masturbate on this fucking Caitlyn.
Masturbate all over.
He's pretty good. Good to go.
The team has slain the dragon.
Oh, that's a red team dragon kill. You're red, right?
Yup.
Let's see. 0-5-4 Janna versus 2-2-11 Tarek. What the most intriguing thing about this game is that it's really just Graves versus. Their team is 1-2-3 Jack.
Damn! That AP Israel.
I didn't even get a chance to look up. I saw easy
shit got real.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Shit got real.
Do you see what one auto attack with this does? One auto attack with that is insane.
You didn't need an auto attack. Shit was real already. He was like, wow! Ultimate did 50% of her health.
So here's the deal. After I leave here, I'm going to go play some LOL. I'm totally trying AP Ezreal mid in 1200, and I'm going to shit on people.
It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but you got to take a drink for that.
But I almost feel like... I almost feel like, oh, he's got a Void Staff now? Oh, nigga bought some consumables? Oh, look at this shit. Look at this. He's got the Elixir. He bought Void Staff Elixir. He's going straight kills. Here's my question, though. Is if you're going to throw easy mid, let's look at this team comp and look at what they have. Would you rather have an easy mid right now or a TF?
100%. Well, against Vigar, Ezreal, for sure.
Well,
because
yes.
Arcane Shift can get him out of stun cage.
Correct. But Arcane Shift just gets him out of stun cage, but that's, you know, I'll give you that. But minus missing the stun cage, minus just the stun cage. I know it's a huge ability. But I almost feel like, okay, yes, but you're talking about just mid for mid. I'm talking about overall.
TF, 100%.
And that's what I'm saying is that, and that's where my problem with a viable easy mid comes into play, is that easy mid seems viable, but it seems like TF is a better version of easy mid. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't. He's completely I think TF is better, yes, but
Red team double kill.
He just lost 4 champions.
Start helping.
Yeah, he lost 5
Red team
champions.
triple kill. Ace. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
And that's the ball.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That was a solid, well-played red team. Way to go, Graves. I mean, carried. 2 players got carried that game. Like a motherfucker. These guys played really well as a team. 5-5-4, 4-3-4, 4-4, 0-6 Janna's nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, your 2-5-2 Graves, your 2-5-2 Caitlyn against a 12-3. That's not bad because
That's-
that could have been much worse.
Ouch. Well, I mean, the
It could've
Janna
been
was
worse.
0-6.
It could have been worse, is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that this Graves carried the shit out of that pony in that Jax. Because that Mordekaiser was working Jax.
Jax was doing fine, though, especially on towers and shit. He was doing work.
He was doing okay, but only because Mordekaiser had to come and try and help his team, though. In all other circumstances, though, Mordekaiser was raping him. You want to do one more?
Possibly. We might be able to do one more.
Well, if we can't do one more, I'm okay. If we can't do one more, I'm okay.
Yeah, I think we can do one more.
I don't really care either way. Either way, I'm going to take a piss and have a cigarette. And I'll be right outside the window, though, so if it starts...
If shit gets real.
So if we start doing this every week, and my girlfriend, I've already talked to her about making this trying a commitment-based thing, like every week, be here same time and whatnot. Like especially since I'm involved in it, I'm gonna push it like a motherfucker. Tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
Push people because then it'll
Do it.
push to your other site.
Well, I'm in the middle of actually making a website,
Oh really?
like a good website,
Nice.
like $10,000 invested in a website.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Why don't you just talk and have people at GoDaddy try to work with it for free?
Casey, I mean, they don't really get cheap domains. I mean, domains are cheap.
Yeah.
Webspace is relatively cheap.
Yeah.
It's the actual programming of it.
Well, I feel like GoDaddy is
And-
just exploiting the fact that people don't know what you can do for cheap.
Well, it's like I can get a cheap, dinky website, but I mean, the guy that one of my best friends, Miles Johnson, he worked for Blizzard. He did the back end for Blizzard.com and
nice.
Battle.net.com.
Oh,
So he
wow.
knows his shit.
Tell them who some Diablo 3 shit.